Welcome back to the Manchester Evening News. Today we're looking at all the biggest news stories, either involving the club or in the interest of Manchester United fans, from transfer rumours floating around the metaverse to injury updates from United's long list of casualties. First up then, we have the story of Cristiano Ronaldo, who has made it clear he wants to remain with Al Nassr and extend his contract until 2027, when he will be 42 years of age, and most likely the oldest active professional footballer in the world. A bit closer to home is the story that links Manchester United with Real Madrid's Vinicius Jr. The 23-year-old is yet to sign a new contract in Spain, with his current deal expiring at the end of June. United have been tentatively linked with the Brazilian, but positionally it makes little sense for United, who are in desperate need of a right-sided midfielder to compete with Antony, given Jadon Sancho's continued spell in exile. More on that later. Speaking of being close to home, it was confirmed today that Old Trafford will not play any part in Euro 2028. Old Trafford wasn't left out, however. It was very much on the FA's shortlist, but was removed after discussions with the club concluded the stadium may be under redevelopment and were unable to commit to it being ready on time. Old Trafford is in desperate need of attention, either with a complete rebuild or substantial renovation to keep it as a premier destination for United's global fan base. The discussions on what to do are ongoing, but are likely on the back burner whilst the owners complete their strategic review, which has been dragging on for close to a year already. On the transfer gossip front once again, and with a sense of perpetual deja vu, United have been linked with a promising Portuguese teenager, this time in the form of 19-year-old Joao Neves, who plies his trade with Benfica and can play in any of the three spinal positions, either as a number 6 anchor, a number 8 box-to-box, or in the 10 to break the lines. Neves has been hugely impressive in Portugal this season, earning himself a call-up to the national team, where I'm sure Bruno Fernandes will be tuning his ear off to join him in the wonderful Manchester sun. Victor Lindelof has been sent for a fitness test ahead of Sweden's fixture with Moldova and Belgium this international break. Head coach Jan Andersson is not taking any chances and hopes there won't be any major problems. Given United's injury crisis and Lindelof hobbling off against Brentford, it's great to hear that Sweden are taking the necessary cautions, and as a coach says, hopefully he'll be fit to play and remain that way when he returns to Carrington next week. On the subject of defenders, United have been linked to one in the form of Atalanta's 19-year-old Giorgio Scalvini, who is comfortable at both left and right centre-back, showcasing his versatility, which is something Erik ten Hag looks for in a player. Sticking with the transfer rumours, United are back in for Adrien Rabiot, according to Calcio Mercato, who claim they are one of the clubs keeping tabs on his current situation, with a view to signing the Frenchman on a free in the summer when his contract expires. Aaron Wan-Bissaka is reportedly being fast-tracked to sign a new deal, despite the club having the option of extending his current deal by 12 months, according to Football Insider. The right-back has been up and down in the pecking order, but this news seemed to cement his place in Erik ten Hag's long-term plan. Staying on the right side of the pitch, the latest in the Jadon Sancho saga, as reported by ESPN, is that his Manchester United career could be over. The Manchester Evening News reported similar news a few weeks ago, but with the winger seemingly against the idea of apologising, the standoff with the manager continues and he remains in exile, training away from the first team. And last, but certainly not least, it is believed David Beckham could be offered a role at United if Sheikh Jassim is successful with his takeover attempt. The former midfielder and lifelong United fan has been plastered all over the news in both sports and showbiz columns alike after his documentary went live on Netflix last week. In an interview with Sky Sports at the Qatar GP, he said, "We want stability, and that we all have our favourites who we feel need to run the club and look after the club and take the club back to where it belongs. But in our eyes, the fans' eyes, we're number one." Beckham also hinted, but was careful not to say too much, that he knows more than we do, saying, "I believe I know the right people to do that," before Sheikh Jassim's name was mentioned, provoking a "we'll see" response. That's your Manchester United news roundup for today. If you enjoyed this video, do let us know in the comments below, and we may do them more regularly. I've been Seb Parkinson, you've been you. Have a wonderful day wherever you are in the world.